Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tarot with Honey Drops. How are you doing? I will be doing a reading today on what area of your life the Spirit needs you to keep faith alive. It will be an agreeable statement to say that 2023 has been a really challenging year for every one of us in one way or the other. So the Spirit will certainly want us to keep faith alive in one aspect. So here we have pile number 1, which is the Angel Laura Quartz. We've got pile number 2, the Amethyst Crystal. And pile number 3, we've got the Lapis Lazuli. So please feel free to pick any pile that you feel drawn to, you feel connected with. Have it at the back of your mind that this doesn't dictate how your life should go. If anything, you should use this reading to navigate aspects of your life that needs some fixing, and then, do the necessary. Do not just take the message and then go with it as though that's how your life is meant to be. If it's good, work towards the good. If it's not so great, do something about it so it kind of gets better. So I'm going to get right into the reading. Hey, pal number 1, welcome to your reading on what Spirit needs you to keep faith alive about. So, what is that aspect of your life that the Spirit really wants you to not give up, to keep pushing, to keep moving, to keep believing that things are certainly going to change? Oof. There goes the card flying out. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. Here we've got the 9 of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords. The 9 of Pentacles talks about financial abundance, living a life of comfort, everything working out. This is definitely tilting towards finances. And here we have the Ace of Pentacles talking about financial opportunities, new financial beginning, new roads opening, and all kind of stuff like that. But then we have the 8 of Swords, which clearly tells us of how we are standing in our own way, of how we let our own limiting beliefs stop us from getting and gaining the financial blessings that we so desire. Quite a lot of people have had financial challenges this year, but your mind could actually be impacting on it. There might be an opening that you're not, taking the opportunity to explore. So Spirit is telling you to explore more things, free yourself from this bondage, self-inflicted pain, self-inflicted imprisonment, and begin to see the possibilities that lie before you. And this is why a lot of times, as much as possible, I avoid social media. Because social media will tell you, oh, there isn't enough money going around, everyone is having financial troubles, blah, 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 blah. Yes, it's true, but at the same time, too much of such information starts to affect you mentally, emotionally, spiritually even, because you keep taking on and soaking on that information like a sponge without actually expelling it out. When a sponge soaks water, the nice thing to do is to squeeze it and let the water flow. But when you just take and absorb all the water and you're not letting it go, it would turn to stagnancy, self-inflicted imprisonment, where you are the one standing in your own way, but there is abundance available to you. As they say, I don't know how the saying goes, the universe doesn't have end to zeros. So Open yourself to financial breakthrough, to financial opening. There are things that are going to start flowing. Water, the energy of money is like water. You can see the stream in the background here. It flows. Water has current. Current is very relating to currency. So let your energy flow like the water, so that your own currency will start to flow in. Money is not a spirit you can hold. We all know this, or maybe some of us don't. But money is not something we can hold on to. You have to take and then release. You take and then you release. As you receive it, you also spend it, and so on. So, let us get more messages on what Spirit needs us to surrender in order for us to get this financial abundance we so desire. Spirit, please and thank you. What would you like us to surrender? What would you like us to surrender? Surrender procrastination. Look at that. That is apt. That is apt because if you do not surrender procrastination, you will continue to be in this bondage where you keep saying, oh, there isn't enough money, everything I'm doing is not working. Oh, if I take this opportunity and maybe start out this business, it's not going to work. There are so many people doing the same thing. Listen, there are so many people doing tarot reading on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, on wherever. But whatever you do, as long as it is blessed and it is something you're meant to be doing, you will find a way. You are not everyone. You are you. You are who you are. And then here we've got surrender defensiveness. I couldn't agree more. A lot of us, that's the thing, people who tend to, be in this kind of situation are also people who are defensive. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action to attract success. Attract the success by taking action, but do not be defensive so that the blessings can actually come in. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response. So in everything surrounding your finances, you need to stop being defensive, because someone might actually be trying to give you an advice or an idea that is going to lead to financial abundance. But if you keep being defensive and you're putting them off, how are they going to? And especially when they believe that, oh, that's the character of this so and so person. The moment you try to give them an advice, they get very defensive. We don't want that. We don't want that now, do we? So let us do our best to surrender all sorts of defensiveness. Let's get more message from Spirit. Spirit, please and thank you. One more message you have for pile number 1, on what aspect they should keep faith alive. Faith and fate. Okay. And then dare to dream. Oh my. Look at that. Oh my goodness. And then ascension. One thing I've always said is, tarot, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. The story and everything, you can't make it up. The accuracy of what comes out. So here we have faith. Okay, you know what? Let me get the actual message so that we can hear what the author of the book has to say about the situation. Here we have faith, not faith. These two words. This card is a reminder that you create your fate, while some lessons and experiences are inescapable. Exactly. We have free will and choice within the life we are given. This does not always equal fairness, as we do not all start life from the same footing. Nonetheless, each choice we make matters. From this place, we can approach the creation of our life in an empowered way. This deck was inspired by the nuns' three mythical figures that rule the destiny of humans within the Norse mythology. The name nun derives from a word meaning to twine. Like twine is to kind of weave something, referring to how sorry about this. I blame this on Mercury retrograde. Referring to how they weave the threads of fate. Fate is seen as a malleable thing with some fixed aspects. I believe what the author is saying basically about this is that everything, our life is kind of woven, like, when you crochet something. I would reference it to when you crochet a sweater, a hat, or something. Your life is woven together, and things might not always work out for everyone the same way, basically, but as long as you are focused and you have a plan and you work towards it, fate will take its effect. Fate will take its effect naturally, but you also have a role to play in all of this to make everything come alive. Our experiences, our upbringing, they all have a part to play. So, you have to find ways to weave your life in ways that actually works out for you. All right? Here we have Dare to Dream. I mean, if you look at the claw of that, I don't know if that's an eagle. It looks like an eagle. But let's just agree it's an eagle. The claws are really strong and sharp. Once it grips its hands on anything, it doesn't let go of it. Dare to dream. Dare to go for diamonds. It's holding a diamond here, and the grip is really hard. So whatever it is you want to do, do not have that kind of mindset where you feel like you cannot achieve it. You can actually, if you put your mind to it. I'm gonna get the message in a second about Dare to Dream. All right, there we have it. That took a second. No dream is too big for you. This card is an invitation to step widely into your dreams, to visit them often, to ask them what they need from you, despite what your current circumstances are, and no matter how far away you feel from your dreams. Spirit is telling you otherwise. We often, before I carry on reading, we tend to also feel as though our dreams are out of reach sometimes. And they're not so out of reach. It's just that fear of going out of the box, out of what is known. So we just don't want to take risk. I think that's the right thing to say here. We are scared to take risk, and not taking risk sometimes also means that we remain in the same position as we were. We often neglect our dreams because we do not know how to attain them. But the process of going after them is a collaboration with the universe. If you show up for them, they will show up for you too. I agree. When you join forces with the universe, sometimes we don't know how we're going to do something, but we just know we need to do it. So I would tend to just hand it over to the universe to help me to achieve something that feels as though it is out of my reach. So I asked them for their help to kind of give me a guidance as to what needs to be done. How am I going to achieve this? And eventually, the help comes. It sometimes feels as though it's, but anyway, let me stop rambling. And then we have ascension. Ascension here, I believe, talks about us ascending to a higher state, to a better place, rather than just being in the same situation over and over again. But I'm going to read from the book talking about ascension. This card is a testament to all of the work you have done. It is a nod from the universe that your efforts are seen and are being rewarded. Things are moving forward and you will continue to progress and reach a higher state of consciousness as well as earthly success. I agree. Because you as you weave the threads of fate here and dare to dream, you're working with the universe. And then ascension is you eventually achieve that success. Don't forget, you have to free your mind, free yourself from this bondage. No one is holding you. If you look at these swords, it's they're like a little fence, but there's really no one there. Yeah, their hands join in this deck. In the other deck, the woman is just standing by herself. And the rope is loosely tied. You can break free from that bondage. You just have to tell yourself that you can do it. Meaning you have to overcome every limiting belief system that has been imprinted in your mind right from when you were a child. And start to look for ways to achieve your dream. I'm going to get a card from one last deck and then we'll round up. Okay, Spirit, what message do you have for group number 1? This is a relatively new deck, so they still kind of stick together. Right. You are not alone. I mean, this message is just right on point. You are not. I don't believe any of us is alone. And the thing is, at the time when we are most challenged, that is when you should know that you have the Spirit behind you. Isolation, physical connection, and community. None of us is alone, even though sometimes it feels like, oh my God, why am I going through this? Even when things just are stagnant, you are not alone. But let's get that message. The older the soul, the deeper the cave. Many star seeds and old souls enjoy their own company. Spending time alone can be comforting and necessary for their vitality, as it allows them to commune with their soul and fill up their energetic resources, especially if they have an unattractive or open root chakra or find it hard being human. Oh, it's okay, that's interesting, especially if they have an underactive, not unattractive, underactive or open root chakra. Because one thing I know about root chakra is it causes financial blockages. It's one of those chakras that the root and the heart chakra are the two most difficult to balance, because we get heartbroken, we have money problems, and the more you think about lack or not having something, the more you don't have it. So it's just a continuous circle, and then the chakra color gets darker and darker rather than becoming light. And the only way to actually come out of that is if we, It's if we unblock those chakras. The moment we start to unblock the chakras, you start to see that you are connected to higher power. You are not alone. You are not alone. I mean, if you are connected to your higher self, it's the same image of the same woman in this picture that is showing here. You're not alone. Have faith that the universe is right behind you, guiding you, helping you throughout the journey. All right? Anyway, I'm going to stop here, my loves. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and please work on yourself. Whatever aspect needs to be dealt with, let's do what is necessary. Peace and love, and have a great time. Bye. Hey, pal number 2, welcome to your reading. Okay. Spirit guides, please and thank you. What message do you have for pal number 2 in regards to what aspect of your life, of their life, they need to keep faith alive? That's quite a lot of life in that statement. Right. Spirit guides, please and thank you. What message you have for pal number 2? Temperance. Oh wow, 2 major arcana cards. And then, oh my god, 3 major arcana cards. That is intense. Woo! Pile number 2, what is going on? What's going on? I wish I could get the response, but hey, this is intense. Okay, starting off with the Temperance card. Oh my god, no wonder I've got a bit of headache. Just as I started to shuffle your card, I'm not even kidding you. I kid you not. Temperance tells you to be patient, to balance out the spiritual and the emotional, physical aspect of your life, to generally be patient, more patient. If you're already patient, become more patient. And then we have the Moon card. You know, there's a lot of emotions going on here, but okay, there's a lot of insecurity. There's a lot. I'm sorry, I can't ignore this. I'm trying hard, but hey, generally the Death card talks about transformation, but one of the messages that stood out is that someone, this might not be for everyone in this deck, in this pile, but there's someone in this pile that's been thinking of suicidal thoughts. You've been having suicidal thoughts. I'm begging you, in the name of whatever you believe in, God, the universe, the creator, Olodumare, please do not harm yourself. I know things have been difficult. It has been for everyone. If you see anyone on social media who is flaunting their life and making it look all perfect, they're lying. Beneath all that is a lot of pain, insecurity, or something that has shaken them from their core. Please don't do anything harmful to yourself. But ultimately, this card talks about transformation, dying to your old self, being reborn, as the caterpillar goes through life processes and then blossoms and become a butterfly. And as you can see, there's a butterfly in the imagery here. You are going through this pain to become transformed. Killing yourself is not going to make it better. Right now, this transformation is birthing a new side to you, not that you should take your own life. And not that, death is necessarily on your doorstep. Please do some rituals to cleanse your space, cleanse yourself, so you are in a better place mentally and emotionally. To come back to the Moon card, I feel much better just addressing that. The Moon card talks about a lot of emotional insecurity, pain, but there might even be a feeling of wanting to maybe revenge or something. Someone hurt you, you want to take revenge. Whatever revenge you're taking, make sure it's something that is not criminal and would get you in trouble. Do rituals, connect with the energy of the full moon and the new moon too. The new moon is a good time to manifest new things, and the full moon is a good time to let go of things that you do not want anymore, things that do not serve you. Become a better version of yourself. Work with crystals, work with ritual tools. She's got a ritual knife there and a crystal on the other hand, in a cloak and a hoodie. Connect with the energy of water. The energy of moon and water highly work together, as the tides pull in and out. So connect with the energy of water. Let water flow freely through you. A lot of the people who are watching this video might actually be me or something, and sometimes you need to connect with energy of water. You need to stay grounded by just putting your feet in a water. If you don't have a river body close to your house or where you live, and there are no streams or anything, get a bowl and pour some water, lukewarm water, and put your feet in it. If you want to take it up the notch, put some salt in it, cleanse yourself while you also connect with the energy of water. Or you can even have a bath soak, where your body relaxes. You are connecting with the body of water. Water is water anywhere across the world. It doesn't matter if it's wherever, even in your bathtub, it's still water. When that water drains, it goes to a drainage system that connects back to the rivers and blah da da da. So you're still connecting with the energy of water. Make sure you're grounded, because the intensity of these 3 cards cannot be overemphasized. Basically, the message here is be patient. Whatever it is you're going through, things are definitely going to improve. Maybe you're going through stress at work right now, because I see you working at a desk, or perhaps someone is bullying you in your workplace and trying to paint you as a black person, take advantage of the situation. Report this person to the universe. Put it out there. This person is trying to gaslight you and make you feel as though you're crazy, or maybe you're doing the work of 3 people and getting paid for 1, and you're overworked and stressed and stretched. Another reason why it would be nice for you to have a bath soak, because you need some self-care. You need self-care. Look after yourself mentally, emotionally. Your mental health is very important, but ultimately believe that as you go through this process, it helps you to become a better person, a stronger person, both physically, spiritually, emotionally, spiritually, again, because there's a lot of spiritual energy in this reading. But whatever may be happening to you, do not harm yourself. Continue to grow in strength, in patience. Perhaps the reason why you need to grow in patience is because it will make you a better person for one reason or the other. And as you grow, you become a newly birthed person. You become a better version of yourself. So, I'm going to get more cards as to what you need to surrender. Pile number 2. What do you need to surrender? Spirit guides, please, what does pile number 2 need to surrender? What do they need to let go of? Oh, look at that. Surrender comparison with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strength, attractiveness, and power. I agree. Keep your eyes on your own stuff. Focus on your own strength, attractiveness, and your power. You're beautiful, you're powerful. Focus on who you are, not somebody else. And here we have surrender obsessive thinking. Yeah. There's a lot of thinking going on in this pile. Yeah. This person thinks or this set of people who chose this pile are people who think a lot. Sometimes go outside for a walk, stretch, do some yoga, but most importantly, go outside for a walk, get some fresh air. Make sure your mind is clear. If you need to do some releasing and letting go rituals that allows you to expel all kinds of negative energy that you might be carrying. So please let it go. If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Exactly, report it to the universe or whatever Orisha you believe in if you're into African spirituality. Doing so will help you bring clarity or even solve the problem. I couldn't agree more. Letting things go. I've had my own episodes where I feel betrayed by someone, and so I'm obsessively thinking about the situation or the event that's happened, and I can't take my mind off it. But the downside to that is I am hurting myself more and more emotionally rather than the person who has done whatever. It's not worth it for the most part, honestly. Anyway, spirit, please and thank you. One more message. Wow, did you see that? That flew right out of my hand. I had to go get it. Oh my God. Oh my God. I shuffled this card in front of the camera. Just, gosh. Oh my Lord. Death card. Again. And then love. Oh, that is beautiful. Whew. Okay. We have the ancestor card, love, and then we have the death card. Because the death card came out first, I'm going to read that and then I will come back to this. This card signifies that an ending, change, or metaphorical death is currently happening or on the horizon. It may feel like the universe is stripping things away from you. You may feel shaken, raw, and uncertain. This is okay. This period is a preparation for what is to come. New adventure and abundance is making its way to you and needs space. Sometimes we can get too focused on the things we need to get rid of and the things that need to die, that we are not inviting new things into our lives. When we bring in more life, it is easier to allow things to die. If you find yourself in a period of death, try to incorporate some new things you can enjoy to create balance. Wow, that's deep, man. Anyway, we have this death card in two places. And death, like I said, is about transformation and change, but it could also mean actual death. So for this pile, it could mean maybe a loved one died recently and this has shaken you, and it's been very tiring to go through this process. If that is the case, please, you have my condolences, and if you need to speak to someone, a professional, someone who would help you through this process, I'll advise you do that, because this type of events can actually make you, cripple you emotionally to the point where you shut down and refuse to feel. And when you start to feel that way, it would affect every aspect of your life, your work, your career, your family life, your love life, if you've got one, your children, the relationship. Do not shut yourself out. Rather, take this as a process of transformation. I pray the universe will give you strength to go through this process. Here we have the love card. This is an invitation to examine love in all facets of your life. This is love of self, love of others, your healthy or not so healthy boundaries, your presence with others, your relationship with intimacy. If you feel seen and heard, passion, joy, and total responsibility, this card could signal a need to build a better relationship internally or maybe with a partner or in your business or work life or even towards a goal or hobby. Yes, I agree and I believe that the message here is you need to love yourself. And doing self love rituals can help to bring that into fulfillment. Let's move this up a bit so you could see the cards. Right. So, loving yourself, loving others. Some of us might have been hurt so much that we feel as though we can't love again. You can find love, you can love yourself and create healthy boundaries that allow things to flow. So that's the message on that. And then here we have the ancestor card. Just give me a second, let's get that from the book. Ancestors, my favorite type of people. They kind of keep you in check. And we are our own ancestors anyway, so what the heck. We all come back and, create the same, maybe not the same, but we come back to live another life. I can't find the ancestor. Ancestor, where are you? Show me thyself. Bring forth thyself. If I can't find her in the book, I will just have to flow because, we don't have all day. Boy. I haven't seen it. I apologize. Anyway, I'll go with what I can't find it in the book. I'm sure it's there somewhere because of time, and ancestors want you to connect with them, connect with the roots. Here we see the picture of this. It almost feels like an ascension. It reminds me of the card in pile number 1, ascension card, but this is ancestors. The ancestors want you to call on them for help. And also when we are going through rough patches, it's a good time to call on our ancestors to help us, to come through for us, to be there to give us emotional support, to go through whatever it is that we are faced with, whatever challenges we are going through. So, reach out to them and ask them for their help. Spirit guides, please and thank you. Okay, that literally flipped over. You got you got the love. Hadarian energy. Am I pronouncing that properly? Codependency and boundaries. I believe this spoke about boundaries earlier on, but this came out. So it's funny about 3 different cards, or 4 of them flipped open. This 4 of these cards, they're all flipped open. Anyway, I'm going to put this down, but I would give us a message from here. Whale and the Orca Elders, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. Then we have weight of the world, boundaries again. But okay, who in your life is not staying within boundaries. Because boundaries have come up about 3 times now. Yeah, 3. So we need to, create strong boundaries. If you feel like you're being abused in a relationship, maybe you have a relationship in your workplace and there's no boundaries, they're not allowing you to progress or something, or you're dating your boss or they bully you, whatever it is. Or maybe it's not even that, it's in the home life. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. The weight of the world is sometimes it's like you're overwhelmed. Again, drown yourself in the energy of, oh my God, I'm so sorry, you couldn't see it this whole time. Drown yourself in the energy of water. Immerse yourself in water. Let the water carry you. You need the help of the ancestors to carry you. You need the energy of water. Water carries memory. Water always remembers our ancestors because they use this water before us. It's still the same water in their time that still exists now. It's not different. Water has memory. Depend on that energy. Activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you are led. So go through these challenges, this process, and be led to your higher self. Call on your higher self to support you. Do things, rituals, do grounding rituals. Plant yourself, hug a tree, plant your feet in the grass, barefooted, walk in the river without shoes on, connect with the energy of water, do rituals that involves crystals to help you. Those are things that would actually help you to become one with yourself. Honestly, I wish you good luck. I feel your pain. I feel for you, group number 2. And I believe you will come out of this. You will. You will come out of this, no matter how challenging it may seem right now. I'll quickly get the message quick for you. The Adarians are believed to be beacons of pure, divine, unconditional love who see love in all people and situations. As a result, they can find it hard to have boundaried, interdependent, healthy relationships because they only see the unconditional nature of those they meet. So maybe your situation might not be as extreme as described earlier on. Maybe you just need to love yourself more than you love other people. You're always giving time and energy. Give more to yourself. Give more to yourself financially, energetically. Love on yourself. Before you think of carrying the world's responsibility on your shoulder, family responsibility, look after yourself. Shower yourself with all the love that you so much give to family, friends, colleagues, and so on. Anyway, my lovelies, I will see you another time. Please stay blessed, and I'll see you around. Bye-bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. One message the spirit have for pile number 3. One message the spirit have for pile number 3 about what aspect of their life they should keep faith alive. Justice. Okay. 4 of Wands and 3 of Wands. Gotta reset that. Perfect. So, the first card is the Justice card. Balance. It's one of my favorite cards actually, but the thing is a cause and effect card in the sense of what you give is what you get. Whatever you've been putting out is what comes back to you. If you do good, you get good. If you do bad, you get bad. You get justice. If there's something that you feel like you were cheated or some injustice, you're going to get justice basically. But it also talks about legality, and here we see Four of Wands getting married. So someone here could be having a court wedding, a ceremony getting done legally, getting signed, or getting sworn in to become a lawyer. Listen, the message in this particular card is endless. Some sort of legal documentation also going on. We have the Three of Wands. Hey, you've got paperwork to sort out. Get your taxes up to date. Let your anything you're doing be legitimate. Get married legally. Make sure it is documented. If you're buying property, buy it together with your partner so that no one is left out or cheated. But it's a cause and effect. So basically, Spirit is saying that we should also be truthful in everything we do, especially in our career. We should be truthful to each other in the marriage. And, this eventually brings us more and more blessing emotionally, financially, and in all aspects of our lives. When we have records and papers up to date, it helps us to be able to stand up to any challenge if anything comes up, maybe supposedly in our business, for example. For those who are business owners, make sure your papers are up to date. But all things going well. Basically, here, Spirit is saying that maybe not many, but there's somebody in this reading that's certainly getting married. So congratulations. Or maybe you've just recently gotten married. Keeping faith alive. Or maybe you've been trying to sort this out, but it hasn't happened. Don't worry, it's going to happen soon. And all the legalities that has been going on is going to be removed. Or perhaps, I don't know why I've been avoiding saying it. I'm going to say it. Divorce. I don't know why, but hey, someone in this reading is going through a divorce. And I also feel the same person is about to get married. So, your divorce is going to get finalized and you'll be able to get married to that love of your life that you met after you separated or something. So yeah, here it goes. There goes the message. I literally was fighting it, but I believe Spirit wanted me to say it because I wanted to be positive. But divorce is sometimes positive. It's not always negative the way we see it, because sometimes some marriage is from hell and you need to get the hell out of it. Hey, pun intended. Okay, Spirit, what do they need to surrender for all this amazing stuff to happen? What message of surrender do you have for pile number 3? Oh, yeah, when you work so hard, you need to rest. So surrender to rest and sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind and spirit. Listen, if you work as hard as this person does, although I don't see anything on the screen here, but it doesn't matter. And those who work in legal related stuff, you know that you need your beauty sleep. You need rest. You need to rest so that you are able to function properly when you are called upon to do that. And then we have, oh my God, look at that. Listen, you can't make these things up. This is why I shuffle in front of camera. Surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis in quiet meditative moments. Focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. A lot of flow in this reading today. Maybe you're drawn to pile number 2, where I talked about flowing. Number 1 had some flow as well. But anyway. Sleep and surrender to inner peace. Sleep and surrender to inner peace. They kind of go pari passu. They go hand in hand. Get enough sleep, get enough rest, don't burn out. But also, if you can do meditation, we have crystals on that table, as I can say, and there are wands over there, crystal wands. If you can do some meditation, if you have the habit of sleeping 2-3 hours a night, try and improve it to 6 hours. A lot of people suffer from insomnia, so it's not even intentional that they're not sleeping. It's just unfortunate. Drink some chamomile tea. Drink some tea. Do some meditative stuff to be able to fall asleep. Sometimes when I struggle to fall asleep, I count 1 to 100. Hopefully by the time I get to 100, I sleep. If that doesn't work, get a tourmaline or any black crystal. It will help you stay grounded and fall asleep and have a good night's rest. I'm giving out too many solutions. But here we have surrender to inner peace. There might be something you need to let go and release so that you kind of have peace, actual peace from within. So do that. All right, Spirit. What message sorry, I got the wrong deck. Hey, don't blame a sister. They're both purple. What message do you have for pile number 3? In keeping the faith alive. What message do you have for pile number 3? Oh, look at that. Self-love. Again. I believe there's a part that has self-love. I can't remember if it's part number 1. The warrior. And then trust. Yeah, trust the process. Self-love. The warrior. Hey, maybe we have warriors here. Okay. All right then. What message does Spirit have? Hang on. Let's get it. Let's go. Right. I have to go through the book. There's a book that came with the oracle cards. So, where are you? Oh, there you are, my love. Okay, so loving oneself is one of those larger concepts that is difficult to truly integrate. We are conditioned from birth to doubt ourselves, compare, deny, and minimize our gifts, hide ourselves away, and change who we are. The brainwashing is crippling. We become adults who have to fight to remember ourselves. We recognize the importance of loving and accepting ourselves, but releasing those voices and negative tapes that play in our head can feel impossible. Yes, you should actually work on, it's hard to find self-love sometimes because a lot of people do not even feel worthy. And also, if you find yourself in a toxic environment, in a relationship, at work, maybe that's why this was talking about divorce earlier on. Hey, stay still. You might find a situation where your partner talks down on you. You need to love yourself. Oh, there's no perfection in the tarot. I accept the cards the way they are arranged. Self-love. You might have a partner who talks to you like you're nothing, who body shames you, who, tells you you're not good enough in whatever you are doing. Oh, that book you're writing is not going to sell. You think anyone's going to read your book? Are you kidding me? That's kind of nasty talk. So maybe, you're not good enough to be an IT professional. Those things, the more you keep saying especially someone you love, they keep saying those nasty words, it kind of reduces you to, barely anything. But hey, you are a warrior. You are a warrior. And so Spirit is asking you to fight. Fight. Yes. You can do this. You can fight. Hang on a second. How is that even possible? Oh, that must be a mistake. Perhaps that's why they don't have the ancestors. Let's get the message on the warrior. Honestly, you gotta fight those kind of nasty thoughts, those negative things that have been said to you. Oh, you're not fit for the corporate world. Oh, you think you're gonna make sales if you start your own business. It is not who you are. Do not let it define you. Pulling the warrior card indicates a need for strong fire energy. Yeah. And the one cards are fire and feisty energy cards. So yes, I agree with that. Fire energy and internal power. The warrior is a call to action as opposed to just a state of mind. It asks you to examine not just oppressive people in your life, but also the larger systems within the world, and then get to work. The warrior is not about complacency. In identifying where you need to stand up more, you make those around you feel uncomfortable and defensive, but you must continue forward. So yes, there might be something, maybe you're not oppressed, maybe you are just a warrior, and someone feels intimidated by the fact that you're a warrior. They feel as though, who the hell does he or she think she is or he is to even have those kind of dreams? Dream on. Dream on. I dare you to keep dreaming. Do not allow anyone to break you down. They did not make you. This person has nothing on you. Or those people. It might not be one person. It might be a number of people. But whatever the case may be, you're bigger than it. And you're going to do so well. But you got to trust the process. Okay? You got to love yourself. You have to trust the process. You have to be a warrior. You have to fight for what you believe in. And that's life. We have to fight for what we believe in. The last card here, a time where letting go of your human thinking and having faith will serve you. People can confuse surrender and trust, lumping them into the same idea. It's true. Sometimes you need to surrender. Surrender is, you just literally, this is where my strength has been able to help me thus this far. But trusting is not giving up. Trusting is, I'm going to keep working on this. I'm going to keep on keeping on. But I'm trusting that it's going to work out. So yes, I agree that sometimes people lump it together and think it's the same. So surrender and trust are not the same. However, these are different things and require different parts of us. Surrendering often feels darker and like you are submerged, unable to see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's a lesson. Its lesson is a teaching in rebirth. The rebirth that can only happen when you surrender in winter without expecting spring to come around. Okay, there's a lot being said here. But ultimately, you have to trust the transformational process. As the caterpillar goes through the process of growth, become a butterfly, you have to trust the process. Honestly, it's not always the easiest thing, but you can do it. I believe in you. Last but not the least, card is Spirit guys, please, what message you have for pile number 3? What message do you have for my loves? Big picture thinking. Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Okay. Let's get the book for this. Oh, sorry. You have to think big. Big picture thinking. I mean, that's self-explanatory, isn't it? I believe it is. It is self-explanatory. You have to think big, dream big. Do not let the negative words people have said to you pull you down. The Pleiadians are our cosmic cousins. They are here to remind us that it's never too late to learn new things and change the future. You're being called to be a visionary for the planet, to take a breath, shake off what you've been taught about the world, and hold a new vision for humanity. You're likely a natural big picture thinker, here to generate ideas for the future, here to birth a new age and dream a new world into being. Keep thinking of, you know what? Everything we have today is because someone dared to dream big. I don't know why I'm stuttering. God damn. Okay, I do know. Mercury retrograde. Anyway, we have mobile phones. Someone dared to dream big. I'm sure at the time someone would have been making fun of them, that how could you even think that is possible, that people do not need buttons for phone, they just press the screen. Literally every phone around the world is a calibration phone. There is a touch screen phone. There are very few phones that have buttons on them that you have to press, and even some of those buttons are really difficult and hard to press. But at the time this person was thinking about it, it was probably laughed at, and oh, you can't do it, it's going to fail. I mean, tops, they use the phone for a couple of months and it breaks down, so what are you going to do then? All those kind of negative thoughts. But they did not give up. They kept going, they kept pushing, and now their idea and innovation has come to stay, not just for mobile phones but also for laptops and so many other touchscreen technologies that exist. So think big. Do not let anyone pull you back. I mean, you can't believe we film with phones, we take pictures with phones, we make calls with phones, we do video calls with phones. What else do we do with phones? We connect to the world. Just a mobile phone can do so much. Before, it used to be difficult to get across to people in other parts of the world. You have to call them at certain times, you have to do you have to go to a certain phone, or you have to have a house phone or something. But now you can just call them. You can just, before it used to be Skype, now you can WhatsApp, you can video call them on Instagram or whatever technology you want to use, or Zoom call. It has become really easy because someone dared to dream big. So keep dreaming big. Do not let anyone pull you down. Do not let anyone make you feel like you're less than who you are. You are specially and wonderfully made. With this, I round off the reading today. Please stay blessed and stay beautiful. Have a wonderful time. Bye-bye, my loves.